Join me as I dive into the world of fairy tales to uncover if Sleeping Beauty was actually a real princess. From Cinderella to Snow White, princesses have long been a staple of fairy tales, captivating our imaginations with their beauty, kindness, and bravery. But have you ever wondered, are these princesses purely fictional creations, or are they based on real-life historical figures? Today, we're going to explore that very question, focusing on one of the most beloved princesses of all time, Sleeping Beauty. Was this Sleeping Beauty a real princess? When we think of Sleeping Beauty, we instantly conjure up images of a beautiful princess placed under a curse by an evil fairy and awakened by a handsome prince. It's a story we've all grown up with, and it's hard to imagine that it could be based on anything other than fantasy and imagination. But if we're being completely honest, the origins of Sleeping Beauty are shrouded in mystery, and it's difficult to pinpoint exactly where this story came from. This lack of concrete historical evidence makes it challenging to link Sleeping Beauty to an actual historical figure. Moreover, the story has undergone countless adaptations and reinterpretations over the centuries, making it even harder to separate fact from fiction. That being said, it's certainly not impossible to imagine that a real-life princess could have inspired the tale of Sleeping Beauty. After all, history is full of remarkable women who have led extraordinary lives, often facing incredible challenges and overcoming seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Perhaps, hidden amongst the annals of history, there's a princess who faced a fate similar to Sleeping Beauty's, and whose story sparked the imagination of the tale's original author. One thing is certain, however: the story of Sleeping Beauty has been around for centuries, with variations of the tale appearing in cultures from all around the world. From the ancient Greeks to medieval Europeans, the idea of a Sleeping Beauty has captivated people's imaginations, and it's likely that the story has evolved over time, influenced by real events and historical figures. Historical records tell us that, throughout history, there have been numerous princesses who have faced tragic fates, often falling victim to circumstance, politics, or even cruel fate. Could one of these princesses have inspired the tale of Sleeping Beauty? The more we delve into history, the more we realize that the line between myth and reality is often blurred, and it's possible that a real-life princess could have played a role in shaping this beloved fairy tale. One of the most compelling theories suggests that Sleeping Beauty was inspired by the story of Thalia, a medieval Italian princess who was placed under a sleeping curse by a wicked fairy. This story, recorded by the Italian writer Giambattista Basile in the 17th century, bears an uncanny resemblance to the tale of Sleeping Beauty we know and love today. Could this be the missing link between myth and reality? Was Thalia the real-life princess who inspired the story of Sleeping Beauty? As we explore the connections between fairy tales and real-life historical events, we begin to realize that the line between myth and reality is often far more blurred than we initially thought. While Sleeping Beauty may be a fairy tale, it's likely that the story was influenced by real events and people, and that's what makes it so captivating. So, the next time you hear the tale of Sleeping Beauty, remember that there might just be a grain of truth hidden beneath the surface. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of fairy tales. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Do you think Sleeping Beauty was inspired by a real-life princess? Or is it purely a product of our imagination? Be sure to check out my other videos exploring the connections between fairy tales and history, and don't forget to subscribe for more content.